What's up, fellow electronic music heads? I'm Michael Babbitt. What I'd like to do today is show you my top 5 favorite features of Firewater, a brand new patch collection for Omnisphere 2. And at the same time, I'd like to show you some of the great patches that were programmed by J. Scott G, formerly of Deepsky, and myself, just for you. Let's do that right now! Let's start with number 5, the Modulation Wheel. To give you more expressive control, every sound in Firewater uses it. Numero 4! Using the orb with Firewater renders some pretty interesting results. Now on to number 3. I'm dubbing this one the Vinyl Vibe. There are 3 bell sounds in particular that I added a second vinyl layer to here on B. And what that does is gives them a warm, vintage vibe when you play them. The number 2 most useful feature of Firewater is the ability to find your sound. And to demonstrate, let's go up to the top left and click on the patch browser Zoom. And as you can see, we've organized everything by category, by type, by genre, and by author. And here's a handy tip for you. If you're looking for the fire or more aggressive sounds, J. Scott G is the man you want to click on. And if you're looking for the water-oriented sounds or the softer, dreamier stuff, that would be under me or MIDIhead. Although we did do some cross-pollinating. I snuck in a few fire and he snuck in a few water, so there. And finally, up in the top right corner is the info box. And you'll want to read those patch comments because they contain valuable information and will help you get the best use out of each sound. And now, we've reached number 1. The most useful feature of Firewater is, in my opinion, the tuned kick. Let me show you why. This is one of the most versatile sounds in Firewater. Not only can it be used as a kick drum, but also a bass sound. So on layer A, you've got a nicely crafted sine wave. And then on layer B, I've inserted a little sample I created of the attack. That's what it sounds like. Now let's listen to it in context with a drum and bass track. In this example, I'm using it as the bass sound, but in trap music, for example, I might want to use it as both the kick and the bass. Now, here's a little feature you may not be aware of. I've loaded up the effects rack here in the auxiliary bus with some distortions and amplifiers, and your modulation wheel turns up the active one. And of course, there are plenty of knobs on that effects rack right there to do your own customization. Now, I'm going to play it on the keyboard. See how the sound is active as long as you hold down the key? And when you're playing it momentarily or staccato, you'll notice that it has its own release time programmed into it, which you can change right here on the amp envelope. And that is why the tuned kick is my number 1 favorite feature of Firewater. I'm curious to know what your number 1 favorite feature will be. Get Firewater today from ILIO.com and your favorite music retailer. Feel free to tell us what your favorite Firewater feature is in the comments below.